Hello everyone, welcome back to the another lecture of this course. In this lecture, we will discuss bipolar junction transistor or BJT in short. These are the contents of this lecture: introduction of transistor, classification of transistor, bipolar junction transistor or BJT, basic construction of BJT, operating modes of BJT, and operation of BJT. So we will discuss all these topics one by one in detail. Introduction of transistor. Transistor is simply showing an electronic device which is able to transfer the resistance value from one end to another end. That's why this type of electronic devices are called transistor. It is the combination of transfer of resistor. And the transistors are capable to amplify the big signals as well as switching operations. And the first transistor was developed in 1947 at Bell Laboratory by William Shockley, Walter H. Brattain, and John Vardeen. And transistors are simply replacing the vacuum tubes because it has number of advantages as compared to vacuum tubes. And few advantages are lightweight, no heater requirement, smaller in size, low power dissipation, low operating voltage, and so on. Transistors are the basic building blocks for making integrated circuits. So, vacuum tubes cannot be implemented in the form of integrated circuits because it has large space and requiring the heater element. Classification of transistor. Transistors are broadly classified in two categories. One is BJT, second one is FET. And it depends on the operating behavior or operating nature of the device. BJT stands bipolar junction transistor and FET stands field effect transistor. BJT is further classified in two categories. One is NPN, second one is PNP. These are showing the N-type and P-type materials. It means in case of NPN and PNP transistors, there are three layers. The corresponding layers are N-type, P-type, N-type in case of NPN transistor. While in case of PNP transistor, corresponding layers are P-type material, N-type material, and P-type material. FET further classified into categories. One is JFET, second one is MOSFET. JFET stands junction field effect transistor. MOSFET stands metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. So JFETs are depletion type mode in nature, while MOSFET may be depletion type or enhancement type. So depletion type mode is nothing, it is normally on devices. While enhancement type mode is the mode when devices require some external voltage to work in conducting mode. Or enhancement type devices are the normally off devices. So we must enable the device by applying external voltage. While in case of depletion type, we must apply external voltage to disable the operation of the transistor. So there are further classifications of depletion enhancement type transistors, and these are based on the channel region. So there is a possibility of two types of channel region. One is N-type channel region, second one is P-type channel region. If channel region is N-type, the transistor is N-channel depletion type JFET. If channel region is P-type material, then transistor is P-channel depletion type JFET. Similarly, for depletion type, enhancement type of MOSFET devices classification. So N-channel devices are called NMOS devices and P-channel devices are called PMOS devices in case of MOSFET devices. Bipolar junction transistor. So bipolar, the name suggests that there are both types of charge carriers. So both types of charge carriers are electrons and holes. So in case of bipolar junction transistor or BJT, there are both types of charge carriers available in this device. So BJT is current control device and it has three layers: three terminals and two junctions. So three layers are depending on the either it is N-type or P-type materials. So in case of NPN transistors, three layers are N-type, P-type and N-type materials. While in case of PNP transistors, three layers are P-type material, N-type material and P-type material. And three terminals in case of BJT are emitter represented by E, base represented by B and collector represented by C. So there are three layers, it means it has two junctions and these two junctions are found between the emitter base and collector base junctions. So we simply saying these two junctions are EV junction and CV junction. EV is simply showing emitter base junction and CV is simply showing collector base junction. In terms of doping profile, emitter is heavily doped because it emits the charge carrier and collector is moderately doped while base is lightly doped because it has to transfer the charge which is coming from emitter region to collector region. In terms of area, collector area is the large because it handles large power. So here we are simply showing the doping profile of these three terminals. So doping profile of emitter is large while doping profile of base is less and collector having the moderate or in between the emitter and base regions. While in case of area, the area of collector region is large and area of base region is small and emitter is having the area in between the collector and base region. Basic construction of BJT. So here we are showing both types of BJT devices. First one is PNP and second one is NPN transistor. So in case of PNP transistor, emitter terminal, base terminal and collector terminal. So emitter terminal is connected to P-type material, base terminal is connected to N-type material and collector terminal is connected to P-type material. And here we are applying the biasing of this transistor and the biasing depends on number of modes and in case of BJT there are 4 modes. So here we are using simple forward bias mode. So in case of forward bias mode we simply provide the voltage between emitter and base junction as such. So this junction, that is the emitter base junction. Emitter base junction must be in forward bias. And in this case collector base junction, this junction must be in reverse bias. So here we are applying a reverse bias VBC voltage. So this mode is used for amplification purpose and the logical symbol for PNP transistor is given here: collector terminal, base terminal and emitter terminal, and one arrow is here and the direction of this arrow is simply showing the direction of conventional current. So here conventional current that is flowing from emitter region to collector region, and here I is simply showing emitter current, IC is showing collector current and IB is showing base current, and direction of these currents are like this in this case in case of PNP transistor. While in case of NPN transistor configuration is same but difference in materials. Here N-type material is used, here P-type material is used and here N-type material is used. So N-type material for emitter region, emitter terminal, P-type material for base terminal and N-type material for collector terminal. And direction of conventional currents are given here and logical symbol is similar to PNP transistor symbol but here difference in the arrow, and here arrow is simply showing the direction of conventional current. So direction of conventional current is flowing from collector to emitter side. Operating modes of BJT. So in case of BJT there are two junctions. First junction is EV junction, emitter base junction. Second junction is collector base junction or CV junction. So depending on the biasing across these two junctions, there are 4 operating modes. And these 4 operating modes are the forward active mode, reverse active mode, saturation mode and cutoff mode. So saturation mode and cutoff mode, these two modes are used for switching purpose, while forward active mode and reverse active mode, these two modes are used for amplification purpose. If we want to operate the device for amplification purpose, then we must apply the voicing as such. The modes will be in forward active mode or in reverse active mode. So in case of forward active mode, the input junction, here we are saying EV junction is the input junction and CV junction is the output junction. So in case of forward active mode, if input junction is forward wise and output junction is reverse wise, then it is the forward active mode, and this mode is used for amplification purpose. In case of reverse active mode, the input junction is reverse wise while output junction is forward wise, and this is also used for amplification purpose. In case of saturation mode, the input junction is in forward wise and output junction in forward wise. It means both junctions are forward wise in case of saturation mode, and this mode is used for switching purpose. Cutoff mode, when input junction is reverse wise and output junction is reverse wise, it means both junctions are reverse wise. It means this one is cutoff mode, and this mode is also used for switching purpose. Operation of BJT. So here we are simply saying the operation of PNP transistor. The operation of NPN transistor is same, only difference in charge carriers. In case of PNP transistor, majority charge carriers are holes and minority charge carriers are electrons, while in case of NPN transistor, majority charge carriers are electrons and minority charge carriers are holes. That is the basic difference between PNP and NPN transistor. So in case of PNP transistor, input junction, that is the emitter base junction, is in forward wise while collector base junction is reverse wise if this device is operating for amplification purpose. It means this junction is in forward wise, so depletion region is very narrow. It means the charge carrier which are available in p-type material simply crossing this junction and entering in base region. Base region is here n-type material, and here charge carriers are the holes. So majority of charge carriers are inside this base region and becoming a minority charge carrier because this region is n-type material. And this junction, that is the output junction, is reverse wise. It means it is simply passing the minority charge carrier which are available in base region. So here minority charge carriers are the holes. So these are simply passing through this output junction and entering in collector region. It means there is a path between emitter to collector region and simply current is flowing in this path. And here holes are coming from emitter region and material is n-type. It means it has electrons in majority. So electrons in majority are combining with the holes which are coming from the emitter region, and this process is called recombination process. So electrons and holes are recombining in base region, and due to this recombination process, small current is flowing in this base region, and this small current is called IV current or base current because this region is small and lightly doped. So number of charge carriers are also less, and this region is also very small in size. It means IV current is very small as compared to IE and IC current. It means IE current is simply the summation of IC plus IV, or we are simply applying Kirchhoff's current law here. And IV is small. It means IE is approximately equal to IC current, or most of the charge carriers are reaching to the collector point or collector terminal. Here IC is the output current and IE is the input current. So output current IC is the combination of majority as well as minority charge carriers. So minority charge carriers are also represented by ICO or ICBO. ICBO simply showing collector to base when emitter is open. So this one is the condition when we are not applying any voltage here or emitter side is open. Ideally, current should be zero in this loop. But practically, due to minority charge carrier, this current is not zero. And there is some current, and this current is called minority charge carrier current. And it is represented by ICVO or ICO, collector current when input side is open.